British national Dina Gilby was one of thousands whose lives came crashing down with the Twin Towers on September 11th. That awful day left her a widow with two small children to care for. Things only got worse from there. Her grief was compounded, she claims, when a heartless Immigration and Naturalization Service told her she had to leave this country, that her residency died with her husband. Is there any more to the story than meets the eye? Well, joining me here in studio, Dina Gilby, also her attorney, immigration lawyer Michael Wilds. I want to start, if I could, by putting up yesterday's New York Post. This is the headline, the opening information, personal war against the INS, which is determined to kick the British national out of the country. Dina, I understand that you met with them today. And what was the position that they're asserting at this time?
Well, my meeting with them today actually was just to be fingerprinted. And I was already fingerprinted by the FBI, so that didn't actually go anywhere.
Okay, so the information that you have gotten as of today, as of this moment, the INS is telling you what?
That I can meet with them on Thursday at 8 a.m. For a green card interview. That's it.
Okay, now if you met for a green card interview and you got a green card, you could stay. Is that fair?
That would be true, yeah, if that happened.
Okay.
I don't feel very positive at this point that actually is going to happen.
Why
not? Before Michael left the office today, we were told that I haven't received CIA clearance. This could take up to 60 more days. I was hoping, and I still don't know, but I was hoping that Thursday could bring some closure on this for me and my boys, so that we at least know we can stay in our home.
Okay, it's fair then that the INS has not said 3 days from now or 2 weeks from now, we expect you to be at the airport with your bags packed and you're going home.
No, they're not saying that.
So when we talk about kicked out, they haven't said they're kicking you out. Is that fair?
No, that's fair. That is fair to say that.
And they have told you you can apply for a green card, which gets to resident alienship, from which you could make application for a U.S. citizenship.
That's right, in 5 years.
Okay, well,
yes.
that's sort of the standard operating procedure.
Absolutely,
right?
Yes.
Okay, Michael, what's the problem? Isn't that the way anyone would gain residency in this country?
First, just to put it in context, Senator Corzine and Torricelli, who have been tremendous in trying to help Dina in her plight, offered to have a private bill through Congress to speed up the process.
Okay.
As we fought terrorism, we responded by trying to toughen up our borders and help the victims, and this is something that INS should be doing. Unfortunately, they have not been moving with the same passion or steam that they need to.
Okay, so you talk about her plight. I'm not hearing that at this point in time there is a plight. What is the plight?
Dina cannot travel from the United States. If she leaves the United States, then she may not return to the United States because of a confluence.
She may not return. It's not that she can't return. It's then up to the government as to whether or not they let her in or not.
The law provides that she cannot return to the United States. The fact is, Dina has a green card interview, but it took so much for us to get to the point where we have the interview. It's unconscionable that we have to now face all sorts of other clearances when the government had the opportunity before to do this. Now, we are very grateful that the government is set up an interview this Thursday, and we're very happy that they're rising finally to the occasion. But one has to ask, in the wake of the atrocity that we all endured, and Dina can speak to this like no other citizen of our country, and that is, why is it that citizens facing these kinds of turmoil have to deal with bureaucrats and lawyers?
Let's throw up the response from INS, because we did call them about this, and this was the quote that they gave us. Ms. Gilby knows she's not facing removal. Her attorney and the British consulate have been informed. We don't know why she's waging war with the INS. Her story is simply not true. Now let me just preface the question, and then we'll move forward. Because what I got, the impression in the Post, was the INS is determined to kick you out. What I'm getting from the INS is, we may be slow, we may be pathetic bureaucracy, but we are moving toward getting you what you need to stay in the country.
Let's hope that they are. And that's all I can do, is hope that they are, in fact, doing that.
Okay, but you haven't then been told that they're not going to. I mean, why then the story in the Post? Why are we going around rallying everyone when, in fact, what it is a slow bureaucracy as opposed to an evil bureaucracy?
If I may, Catherine, you know, terrorism is a psychological act of criminal violence. This young lady has been put through a tremendous ordeal post 9/11, not only not finding any memory of her husband, she now has to face a bureaucracy that is time immemorial saying we're losing things. They're approving terrorists that were involved in the perpetration of this atrocity. They're approving their notices, but they're not giving her or sending a strong enough message that if you're in the net of our system and you are aggrieved, we're going to come and help you. And that, to me, is unconscionable. They should not be giving us bureaucratic responses. Why are we going Thursday for an interview to then wait another 60 days for another glitch?
Well, I understand the difficulty. My husband is a resident alien. I know what you go through, and certainly I had to go through that, and it took months and months and months and months.
I'm not waging war on anybody.
No, and I'm not
just
saying
trying
your
to
circumstances very
secure
differently.
my home for me and my children.
Who are citizens.
Is that a matter then of using the press to basically tell the INS, don't screw with me?
Not at all.
No.
Not at all. It's not about that. I would just like some closure. I would like to know if they find my husband's body that I can bury him locally. Yeah. I would like to be able to tell my children as they draw green cards for me in the hope that that's going to enable me to stay.
I just wanted to make sure that nobody has told you you can't get that at this point in time.
Nobody's told me that, and I'm not waging war on anybody.
Okay.
I just would like some closure so I know how to pick up the pieces of my life and move on.
Okay, well, keep us posted. You got a green card interview on Thursday, and we'll stay on top of this. All right, Dina Gilby and Michael Wiles, thank you both very much. Now, coming up next, a look at a place